Republicans and Democrats are still divided on a path forward for several of those proposals. They would address issues like PFAS pollution and the healthcare crisis in western Wisconsin.
Political reporter Darielle Fair was at the Capitol for that hearing, and she has you covered on how today's attempts to break that deadlock were unsuccessful.
Caroline and Brandon. During today's Senate session, Republicans tabled a number of proposals. Tensions were high among Democrats who have grown increasingly frustrated with the Senate GOP and its decision to veto funds to address PFAS contamination and emergency hospital closures in the Chippewa Valley. Senate Republicans announced on Monday plans to override several vetoes the governors issued this year. In all, they voted to override 9 of them.
This is a political chess game for the Democrats and the governor. You're playing with people's lives and their investments and their families. And it's time to stop.
Democrats requested for the Senate to take up 5 proposals that passed unanimously through the Senate earlier this year, including a bill to process absentee ballot votes on Monday and a bill creating a task force for missing and murdered black women. But Republicans did not bring the bills to the floor for a vote.
This is something that I have not seen before. Republicans certainly have the votes if they don't want to pass these bills. They could have voted it down, but they were scared to even take that vote because they don't know how to explain to their constituents why they don't want to support.
Spreitzer says Republicans have the ability to call an extraordinary session, but if they don't take up those bills, this was the last opportunity to take action on them until next year's legislative session. Now, yesterday, in response to those veto overrides, the governor is filing another lawsuit against Republicans in the legislature for their, quote, continued obstruction of funding to address the state's challenges. Now, that lawsuit comes in addition to another lawsuit Governor Evers filed in response to the Joint Finance Committee for withholding funds for state projects. The Supreme Court heard oral arguments in that case on Monday. Live from the Capitol, Darielle Fair, 27 News.